Tonight I'm letting my kids help me in the kitchen while I make our dinner. My goal is to let the kids help without making things too overwhelming for me. So if I let them help with just a single job, that is great. I call that a win. And I know there are going to be messes. I know there are going to be mistakes, and that's okay. There is always a job for a kid to help with. It just might take some creativity. I wanted to give some suggestions to grade tasks while you're letting your kids help prepare a meal. I'm going to break it down into 4 skill levels. The first one being a basic skill level. So these are for the kids that are new to helping with a certain activity. So in this case, it's helping cooking in the kitchen. You could allow them to do simple tasks like collect things from the fridge or pour ingredients. They can stir something, probably something that's thicker because some kind of a liquid is going to be easier to spill. They can use some kind of a masher or a garlic press or a ladle. You can talk to them about stove and oven safety, and they could even help take plates and silverware to the table when it's time to eat. Next is the intermediate skill level. This is for kids who are a little bit more familiar with being in the kitchen, or they might be a little bit older and can learn skills more quickly. Some ideas for this level are collect ingredients from a written list, or they can take direction from just you telling them what to get. They can measure and pour ingredients. They can open cans with a can opener if you're feeling safe about that option. They can help you chop vegetables, whether it's with your kitchen knives or you can get some kind of a specialty kids knife. If you feel confident in their safety, you can let them stir something when it's cooking on the stove, and you could even let them help serve food onto the plates. The advanced level is for kids that are really familiar with being in the kitchen and cooking meals. So these are kids who have experience being close to the oven or close to the stove, using knives, the things that require a little bit more attention and safety methods. You could let these kiddos follow a recipe that is written, or you could even give them verbal prompts for the recipe. You could let them put the recipe steps in order. You could let these kids delegate tasks to an adult or another sibling, because when they are having to teach somebody these skills, it kind of helps measure their understanding of what's going on and solidify their memory for these skills even more. You could let them cook independently over the stove, and you could let them put food in the oven and even pull food out of the oven. And whether you provide supervision for this is totally up to you, as long as it's safe. The next level is an observation level. So this is for the kiddos that either may not have the skills to be hands-on, or their age is too young to be hands-on. Have them help you count how much of an ingredient you need, whether it's how many teaspoons or tablespoons or blocks of this or stirring it this many times. And you can just kind of cook and let the child make his or her own observations. You could talk about where certain ingredients come from, like where does butter come from? Where does cream or spices or different meats come from? My kids' favorite job is to taste test whatever we're cooking. This is always a fun one. If you really want to give them something fun, you could give them some kind of a child-safe knife and give them a little bit of Play-Doh on the floor and let them emulate whatever you are doing.
Sorry.
Yes, we forgot the salt. Everything's fine. It's going to be great, right? Yes, the answer is yes.
Oh no! Oh, well, Irish.
Right now, I just need to get this in because we have to
But
leave
I
soon.
didn't help.
You didn't help? Do you want to help squeeze this?
Yeah.
So he gets a turn to squeeze
I
it.
love doing this. Can I just do the...
But we're not ready to do this yet. We will get a Band-Aid in just a minute, okay? These are just a few ideas that I came up with. I'm sure you can come up with some yourself. Just the idea of inviting your kids into a tiny kitchen with a lot going on takes intentionality, but you can do it. It starts with baby steps. Don't bite off more than you can chew. And if you do, give yourself some grace and pivot next time. Just constantly adapt to how you're approaching this. You could limit the amount of help that they're allowed to give, or you can set a timer for how long they're allowed to help, making sure that you are in a good place before you invite them alongside you to do this. Lastly, have fun with your kids. That's what they're going to remember. Were you stressed and barking at them the whole time, or were you actually enjoying it and soaking it up? Call to action. Let your kid help with one thing during a meal prep activity this week. For more ideas on letting your kids help, hit subscribe so you can get the latest from this channel. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you next time on Old Path, New Walk.